Hey, this is Leland Martin. I play Ari on the new hit series Boomerang on BET, and you're watching thisis50.com. Get the strap.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Boom, and you know who I'm with right now? With the actor, that breakout actor right now on the hit show Boomerang. We got Leland Martin right now.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So for the people that haven't watched the show yet, why don't you break down your character?
My character's name is Ari Thomas. He's an unapologetic, free-spirited, fun dude. He brings the laughs to the show. Hella fun. He is the bisexual element to the show. Very unapologetic about that. I love the way that my character, is so just super unapologetic about who he is. You know what I'm saying?
True. So how much of the character is relatable to you in real life?
The fact that he is, I keep using this word over and over again, unapologetic. The simple fact that I live my life how I want to live it. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily meet at all points as far as the character is concerned, but definitely in the way that he goes after his ambitions, after his passions, I can definitely see myself in that.
Well, being definitely unapologetic, that means you got a lot of angry girls out here, like a lot of exes out here, like, man.
Oh, man, I keep it light, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you know what, hey, this ain't working out, and you just left, and they was like, we didn't get no explanation, he didn't even apologize.
Nah, so, I'm always apologizing, you know what I'm saying? But not really always apologizing, you know what I'm trying to say? Listen, man, I do it how I got to do it.
He'd be like, hey, you got this food? All right, good.
Yeah, I left my debit card. I ain't about to apologize neither. Yeah.
True. So what drew you to the role?
The fact that I get to work with Halle Berry and Lena Waithe, to be honest with you.
Man.
Yeah, Halle Berry is just an icon in the game, Oscar winner, and Lena Waithe, just a genius. I felt like I was in really good hands, and then to bring back such an iconic franchise like Boomerang, it was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, so you seen the original movie pretty much?
Oh, definitely. I was a huge fan.
All right, so if you could be from the original movie, who what character would you be?
Well, you know what? I kind of see my character, to be honest with you, as a combination of a little bit of the three guys, being, Marcus Graham and Martin Lawrence's character and David Allen Greer's character. Yeah. And it's kind of funny, though, because, my mom's maiden name is Greer and my last name is Martin. So Greer Martin, you know what I'm saying, kind of was meant to be.
Sick, but you get the twist eyes. That's True. All right, so what was the audition process like?
It was three long, hard auditions, to be honest with you. Basically we had to go in there first for the casting director, Lauren Gray, who, shout out to her, because she was just very instrumental in championing my cause as a fresh face.
Yeah.
But, went in for her and then did another producer session and another producer session on top of that, and then had to get approved by the network to get on. So it was a long process. It was about a month and a half process.
True. So it's definitely a process that many actors or many people that think they can act don't really know about, like you said, like with the producer, and then you got to get the network behind you.
For sure.
So, like, what do you think it was about you that made it, like, where they felt so comfortable to have you around, especially as a new face, and you were competing with, like, seasoned actors?
Yeah, I was competing with seasoned actors. I was competing with, every role that goes out, there's like thousands of people that go out for it. It's a grueling process. And, every audition, they scale it down further and further and further. So, to get to that point to where you're actually being considered for it is a privilege. And, what they said about me is just, They like what they saw as far as the skills were concerned. I consider myself to be a true actor in this game. And a lot of times, a lot of fresh faces don't necessarily get the type of run that they're supposed to get because they don't have the resume behind them. I started this game a little later than most people, so it's just raw talent that I built into some skill, and this was my time.
All right, and then like you said, you started out late. So what drew you to acting?
Honestly, I'll be 100. It was depression. I got a business degree, and I was working at a financial institution, trying to be a financial advisor. And, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get your degree, then you're supposed to go to college, right? I'm sorry, you're supposed to get your business degree from college, and then you're supposed to get a job, right? And that's what I did, but it just didn't make my heart flutter. That 9-to-5 thing wasn't working for me, and don't work for everybody. Everybody's not supposed to go down that path. And for me, I just kind of didn't know which way to go in life, and just so happened that there was an acting class right next door to where I was going to lunch, and the rest was history, man. I fell in love.
True. So you was like, man, this sandwich or
Yeah, this sandwich or, you know
Our
what, this
acting
acting class
class.
over here. And I could only afford one, by the
He
way,
was
so I went
like-
hungry that day.
Yeah. He was like, man, fuck this sandwich.
Yeah.
All right, so being a part of acting classes in schools, and what was probably your most difficult, I would say, attribute as far as acting goes, learning in acting?
Patience, man. I think, to be honest with you, I went the hard route. You know, I didn't go right away and try to get training and things of that nature. I probably should have, because that would have molded me as an actor and made me equipped in the business, in the game, to actually come out here, and probably would have been on a Boomerang a couple years before. But my thing was, I just wanted to get out there. You know, I just wanted to get into projects and do this and do that, because I always had the hustler mentality. So it's like, get out there and hustle. But the thing about it is, you know, you got to respect the craft when you do it, and there's a skill to it all. And I feel like for me, it was just being patient and just learning how to act and honing my skills.
True. So was acting more difficult than you thought it was at first?
No, for me, to be honest with you, it was very natural, and that's why I gravitated towards it, because it's something that I was naturally talented at in the beginning of it all. So it was like, whew, you know, when I was in that little bit of a funk at the financial institution I was working at, it was like, man, I found something that I'm really good at, you know. So for me, I kind of naturally drafted towards it.
All right, and then back to acting, and then like you said, you took on a role as a bisexual character.
Yep.
All right, and then being that Boomerang is really sexually driven now on the new show, as far as where with the movie it was like more of a it was sexual, but it was more like funny, and it had to incorporate a whole lot of other elements. Whereas with a TV show, you can drag out like a whole a whole
backstories
variety,
and all. Right, yeah.
All right, so how do you feel about the sexuality on the show in general?
You know, to be honest with you, I feel like representation is very important, man. You know, the fact that I get to play this type of role for such an individual as Lena Waithe, you know, I feel honored, because I know she always has something to say. You know, and there's always something behind it. It's not just, oh, I think you're hot. Yeah, I think you're hot. Yeah, let's have sex type of thing. You know, it's more so there's meaning behind it. There's a message behind it. And I believe that all 6 of the main characters in this show represent so many different parts of our culture and so many different facets of our culture. So when, you know, I saw this role, me being a heterosexual male, I didn't look at it and say, oh, man, you know, I can't do the gay thing and blah, blah, blah. It was never like that. It was more so like, look, I have an opportunity to say something, you know, with someone as dynamic as Lena Waithe, you know, because I very much am an ally of the LGBTQ community. You know, even though I am not one myself, I still feel for that cause. So therefore, you know, me being a part of this is just, it's a tremendous thing for me.
Definitely. And then being that you are a heterosexual male playing a bisexual male, you know, you get a lot of people that watch the show that are very confused about their sexuality at the same time.
Absolutely.
So what's it like knowing that your role or your position on the show like helps answer a lot of questions or helps challenge a lot of topics that haven't been unearthed yet?
I love it. I love it, because you haven't seen a character like mine, quite like mine, on TV before. You know, you've had a lot of people, you've seen the struggle in the closet and things of that nature, or you see the effeminate gay man, but you never really see the masculine, bisexual, unapologetic male. Like, where have you seen that? So for someone who may be struggling with their sexuality, they'll see how unapologetic Ari is, and they may say, you know what, I can be like that. I have the ability to live my truth and be who I am. And I feel like it's a dynamic thing. It's beautiful.
No doubt. And then sexuality aside, the show still provides comedy.
Oh, man, it's funny.
All right, so break down one of the funniest scenes that you've had to shoot so far on the show.
Ah, man, let me see. One of the funniest scenes, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but episode 2 where, you know, game night, and I'm on the couch talking about Trey and Kane. You know what I mean? I thought that was hilarious when I'm over there, because it's like Ari carries that BDE, you know what I'm saying, that big dick energy. So even though, you know, he still feels like he, you know, has the biggest dick in the room. So therefore, it's just like, look, y'all some Canes, bro. You know, y'all some Trays, bro. I'm a Kane. Like, I'm the real one in this room. You know what I'm saying? I thought that the way that whole thing went about and was delivered was hilarious.
No doubt. And then what was, as far as coming at it at a comical standpoint, what was some, like, a serious issue that you saw the show tackle, that they tackled it in a humorous way that you thought was pretty clever?
Well, there's a portion in episode 7. It's like a gay pride episode, and I won't give too much away, but it's a very detailed conversation about labels and sexuality, and how people tend to label other people, in ignorance. And I'll just leave that right there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And then, who are some actors that you went to when you first got you pretty much got the breakdown of the role? Who are some actors that you went to for guidance or for advice? Because that's like a big burden. I mean, it's a burden and an opportunity.
Yeah.
To play like the character that you play.
For sure.
So who are some male figures that you went to that gave you some gift of game?
Well, my uncle is very close to me. He's a homosexual male, so I was able to kind of, ask him certain things and kind of delve into, that particular world. I have plenty of friends that I was able to ask questions and draw things from. And just, with Ari too, it's a lot of some of my own life experiences and different people that I grew up around and things of that nature that kind of pull all into. So it wasn't necessarily one actor specifically. It was just a bunch of people in real life that I kind of pulled from.
No doubt. And then who are some roles that you studied as far as getting prepared for the role?
Roles. I can't say that there was any particular roles that I necessarily studied.
Any movies that you?
It was all people. It was all people. Like, I like to see the real. Not that Hollywood doesn't present the real when it comes to acting and roles and different things of that nature. But I just knew I needed to touch the people. I've been acting for so long. I know how to act. It's just that how do I act in a way that's going to do the community right? How am I going to act in a way that's going to portray a real person? You know what I mean? So it was a lot of different experiences that I was pulling from.
Definitely. And then being that, the show is obviously it debuted as a success. But what is an ideal plot that you would like your character to take or leading into the next season or leading into the end of this season?
I would like to see, as far as my character, the development of his career. As you see in episode 1, he's kind of being doubted by his friends as far as his abilities as a director and a producer.
Yeah.
So, just professionally, how he develops. And you're going to see that a bit in season 1, but I like to see how that continues for sure.
Definitely. All right, and then let's go back into, like, some things you work on outside of acting. So
Okay.
What are some things that you like to do outside of the sets and stuff like that? You seem like, ball out, go out, hang out.
Like to hang out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I like to go out and hang out with the friends as far as, getting some drinks out on the town, that type of thing. Just kicking it, staying out the way. You know what I mean? That's a big thing for me, staying out the way and just, kicking it with the friends, working out, and just living life until that next gig comes.
Speaking of that, when the next gig comes, like how far and few between do these gigs be? Like a lot of people think that once you get on the show, it's like, all right, it rolls on to a next show, rolls on to another opportunity.
I'm still auditioning, bro. I constantly and consistently, as the agents and managers send them out, I'm putting my best foot forward, trying to get in these rooms, man, and trying to do the thing. It's not just a given when you get on the show that they're going. It's still a grind. It's still very much a grind, and I mean the grind has just begun. To be honest with you.
True. And then what are some interested roles that you have?
Some interesting roles.
Some interested roles that you have in mind. Like.
Oh man, well I mean I'm a writer. Also, so I want to produce and write my own cinema, and I'm looking more so into like the martial arts type of stuff. I'm thinking about some street gritty type stuff. It's a lot of different things that I want to try my hat in, man. As an actor, actor's actor, I see myself as a chameleon and fitting into so many different things. But I definitely could see myself doing maybe a mixed martial arts movie at some point. That'd be pretty dope.
All right, so you saying we could definitely see you in like the next Never Back Down?
Yeah, kicking somebody's head off, man. I got a crazy front kick, bro.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
so you have
man.
background in martial arts?
Yeah, I'm a second-degree black belt.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you ain't know? yeah.
I wish somebody would come and try.
And I'll box a little bit.
Me.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's
I'm
dope.
all right.
That's dope. So how do being back or going back to the show? How do the ladies perceive you now at the show? Like, you know, your DMs probably going crazy.
They popping,
your
man.
Comments
They popping. You know, they popping both ways. To be honest with you, because of the character, man.
You was like, hey, this is just an act. I'm just acting.
But I mean, the DMs have definitely been popping. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I try to keep it light, man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be out here. I'm cool. You know
I feel you.
I stay out the way, bro.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, what's next? What you got planned? I mean, other than, you know, writing your own scripts and writing and trying to push yourself as a producer, like what's some things you got coming down the pipeline?
I'm looking to get some guest stars and feature films, man. You know what I mean? Definitely looking to get into on that big screen.
True.
For sure.
True. So would you be that first black guy in the horror movies?
Listen, man, if they paid me, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying?
Said,
what, the
man.
first scene? You need me,
Said,
what y'all gonna do to me? All right, cool. I'm with it.
He said, wait, so I'm gonna be in there with no head? All right, look.
You know, hey, you know
gonna be in there?
what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna have no shirt on? All right, so they can still know it's me.
Right, yeah, exactly. You know?
Definitely. All right, well, we got Leland Martin here. Just make sure you go check out Boomerang. It comes on. Matter of fact, why don't you break down when it comes on?
Boomerang comes on BET Tuesday nights at 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central.
All right, and then let everybody know, you know, for the girls that don't know where to follow you at already, you know, where can they go to invade your DMs?
All right, so you can go to Instagram, Leland B. Martin. That's LELAND, B as in boy, MARTIN. Instagram.
All right, man. Hey, for more, check out This Is 50. Check out Boomerang. Check out BET. Everybody, have a good night. We out.
Hey.